Johnny Ice. That boy cold.
Yo, we back. Episode 31, Happy Black History Month. Happy Payday. Happy February. Happy first day of the month. Whatever it is. Happy Aquarius season. Whatever. We back here. Happy to be back. Trying to make it through this Arctic tundra, whatever the fuck this shit is. I don't know why it wants to be fucking mad cold all of a sudden. Like, first I'm thinking like, no winter, cool. Now all of a fucking sudden, it's 12 degrees every other day. I had to bring out my big North Face. Still was cold as fuck. Legs cold as shit. Like, that shit don't make no fucking sense. Like, there's no reason why it needs to be that cold. Like, what are we gaining from that? Honestly, it's New York. We don't. Nah, I see why everybody go down south and got houses in Florida when they start making real money and all that other stuff. Like, this shit is brutal. Shit is bad on your skin. Like, I put on what was it? Uricin, the thick lotion. Like, niggas that got eczema lotion, like, I put that on. Had on leather gloves. Took the gloves off. My hands were ashy as fuck. That's how cold it was this week. Uricin. Y'all niggas know that shit. Shit, you put that on, you feeling mad greasy. That's how thick that lotion is. Pause. My hands ashy as fuck in like an hour and a half with gloves on. Didn't have my hands exposed, with gloves on, hands ashy as fuck. All I want to say is it wasn't this cold when Obama was in office. That's all I want to say. So, since it being Black History Month and it's the first day, even though every month is Black History Month, but since the government has chosen February, the shortest month of the year, to recognize us, I don't even know why February. Like, why the fuck is it February, first off? Like, could somebody give me some information as to why they chose February? Is because it's right after Martin Luther King Day and all that stuff? Like, when black people fuck with like, why is it the cold month? Like, Black History Month should be like a summer month. Like, it should definitely be like a June-ish, May, all types of stuff. Because, like, you got Juneteenth, then you got Independence Day. But can you really have Independence Day if everybody's not free in your country? Or am I making too much sense right now? I don't know. I'm off track. I don't even know what the fuck I was trying to get at. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I was thinking about this the other day. I was walking, so me and my mans went to Golden Cross, got some beef patties, and we walking back to the store. We just, we looking around, and we was looking at the sneaker store, and we just talking about it for a little bit, like, they got some nice stuff and da. And then we just talking about prices and whatnot, and then he was like, yo, like, we kind of came to the conclusion, like, that a lot of brown dudes be like owning sneaker stores, which is nothing wrong with that. Cool. But it's like, then we came to this conclusion, like, why is it that everybody else is profiting off the culture? Like, cool, you could have a piece of it, that's fine. Like, niggas got Jordans hot or whatever the case may be, but you like Jordans now. That's cool, and that could be a passion of yours. That's fine. But it's like, I feel like it's way more of like everybody else coming into the culture and like really profiting off of it. Like we here, we making the shit. We inventing the culture. We make everything go. But then here comes whoever, and they got the shit lit. Like, should the most popular sportswear brands, and not sportswear, streetwear brands in America be owned by white people? Should Kith and Supreme and Bape, well, I get white and Asian people, and Bape be some of the biggest streetwear brands when we the niggas getting shit hot? Like, you see what I'm getting at? Like, cool, like, you know, you want to be a part of something, you know, you might have grew up in, when all the shit was going on, you was in X, Y, and Z neighborhood and da 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 da, but it's just like, when are we gonna get the shit back? Like, or how are we gonna get to the point where we could just start taking some of the market share back? I don't know what it's gonna take. Is it just do we feel like those brands are already so established that if anybody else comes, it's like they're copying it? Or I'm confused. Like, I really want to know. Like, I get it, Supreme, all these other brands, whatever, they built something, but I mean, where are we gonna go from that? Like, you know, like, how do we bring it back for us, for black people, for the people that are inventing this stuff? Like, you know what I mean? I just feel like it's a big disconnect. Like, like, it's not even like, this is stupid, but like, think about it. Like, you got, like, you know, you got a lot of Guyanese Indian people. They do like the sneaker stuff. They fucking own the Popeyes. You know what I mean? Like, niggas got fried chicken hot. You know what I mean? We all love it, yeah, but I mean, what's the joke? The black people love fried chicken. Da 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 da. I don't see no black people owning no fucking KFCs, no Popeyes. I mean, it's dumb, but like, just think about something like that. That's it. That's an easy one too. Who the niggas that own the Crown Fries and all that stuff in the hood? You know what I mean? Niggas love Hennessy. Niggas love all this stuff. Who the niggas that own the liquor store in your neighborhood? I think there's one liquor store by me that's run by black people. Know what I mean? Who runs the shit? It's probably like an Asian person for the most part. You know what I mean? Maybe they're Latino. Just think about that shit, you know. Just look around and just see some of the shit that we got hot, or whatever the case may be, and some of the stuff that's going, and just look at who's making the money off of it. We love music, you know what I mean. I'm saying, you know what I mean, a lot. Black people, we all love music, but black people have revolutionized the way it sounds, like the way music is made, the way the way a song is structured, the way you sing a note, the way you do the fucking national anthem. You know what I mean? And who owns that shit? Not us. Granted, the structure was there before us, but you would think by now we would have a lot more of the market. We the fucking we're the blueprint to how anybody in music should get on. How many black dudes in the NBA and the NFL? How many black owners? Who got the shit hot? Who the fuck was watching basketball when it was do like that fucking shit, and they fucking doing the 3-man weave in the NBA? Like, who the fuck was watching that? Nobody. Then fucking Bill Russell came and fucking dunked on somebody, and Wilt Chamberlain fucking dropped 100. Then the shit is hot. We don't hear about Allen Heimerskeen, whoever the fuck it is, who had 27 and 9 we don't know who the fuck that is. But we sure know who the fuck Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is, and how many black people own the team. You know what I mean? Like, it's just such a, like, we bring so much, but we have so little. And it's just, how do we get, how do we get from where we are to where we should be, to where we're getting the money that we need, or the money that, not that the money that we deserve. Forget that, like, we deserve it. Like, we putting a product out, and it's like, I don't know. I mean, that's just something I was just thinking about, and I was thinking about, and it had really nothing to do with like Black History Month and everything coming up. But it was just something that, that I was just thinking about. Me and my manager just thinking about one day. Like, shit is crazy. Like, there's just such a disconnect from the culture and the profit. Like, it's 2019. I feel like there's plenty of, we know how to make the profit, but it's just the barriers. I feel like sometimes that they keeping you out. Like, I always say to people, they're not trying to give you no money. Like, nobody's out here trying to just hand you a check. Like, yo, here you go, Marcellus. Yo, here's $100. Here's $50. Thank you. Like, nobody's out here trying to do nobody no favors, and we just got to figure out how to maneuver past that and get to where we need to be. And I feel like as just a group, we should try and do more for our group. I know nobody's trying to help us, but I feel out from the outside, but I feel like we should help each other. And I know it's hard because just the way the system is built, and then on top of how the system is built, you don't have nothing. You coming from nothing, so you looking at it like, yo, what does capitalism tell you? Yo, any of us could be at the top, right? Any of us could be fucking Jay-Z or Diddy or Oprah or fucking Jeff Bezos or whatever, right? So if you're growing up every day, you're hearing that idea being reinforced, and you get some money, and you have to work hard for it, and then there's somebody who's coming up and they might need your help or something like that, and you're like, well, why the fuck would I help you when nobody helped me? And granted, that sucked, like, nobody helped you, but you're in a position to help. You're in a position to break that cycle if you have those resources. And your resource may not be monetary, it may not be money. It could be time, it could be space, it could be, I don't know, like, it could be support, it could be just like being a friend. Like, that could be a resource. Like, we don't gotta be so grimy. You don't have to be such a dog eat dog world. Like, there's more than enough money to go around. There's more than enough money to go around. Like, I saw something on Twitter the other day. It said, if you made $50,000 a year, it would take you, if you didn't spend, you made $50,000 after taxes, that's how much you made. If you didn't spend $1 of that, it would take the average person 20 years. It would take the average person 20 years to get to $1 million. It would take that same person 20,000 years to get to 1 billion. Like, I don't even know what the math on that is. Like, what's that? Let's say, okay, let me pull up a calculator real quick. Let me see if I could do the math on that shit. Where's my phone? Oh, fuck. Fucking iPad don't got no fucking calculator on it. That shit don't make no sense. Anyways. Alright. So let's say you start making $50,000. Let's say you make it at 25. Okay, you start making, okay, so you start at 25 and you work, okay, you say you work till you're 65. So 65 minus 25. All right, so 40 years. 2 divided by 40. That's 500 people's lifetimes. How many people in America? 300 million? That's 500 people's lifetimes. This nigga Jeff Bezos has $137 billion. He's the richest nigga in the world. That money doesn't even physically exist. He's worth it though. Let me see. Like, I don't even know how to fucking do it. I can't even think about how to do the math to like just to push. But just think about that. Just think about that. It would take. I can't even do this shit on my phone. I can't even do that many zeros on my phone. But it would take a lot of fucking people. What's 500 times 137? It would take a lot of fucking people to get to Jeff Bezos's number. It would take a lot of it would take like a whole neighborhood's everybody would in an entire neighborhood would have to save their money for their entire working life. And then we'd have that much money. Not spend $1. Then we'd have that much money. And one nigga has that. One nigga has more money, more wealth than an entire neighborhood. And it's probably more than that. I'm more than positive I'm fucking the math up. I'm more than positive I'm fucking the math up. He probably has more wealth than most cities. That's all I'm really trying to get at. There's more than enough money. We need to stop thinking that there's not no money, and that if you help the next man that you can't also come up. Because I feel like if you're really that good at what you do, it don't matter who the fuck you help. You're still going to be that's not going to take away from your talent, and it's not going to take away from what you're good at. Like, think about it. You see LeBron and all them niggas, they training, they help. It's LeBron, KD, Luka Doncic, Stephen Curry, all them niggas together. Does that stop LeBron from being LeBron? Does that stop KD from being KD? Is Steph not Steph because he helped Luka Doncic over this? He gave him some pointers? No. Steph will always be Steph because Steph is working at what Steph does. But doesn't mean he can't help the next man. Just think about that for 1 second. LeBron and KD could work out together, but LeBron or KD one of them's going to be better than the other regardless. There's more than enough money to go around, bro. Help the next man, son. Take that on the first day of Black History. Well, it's going to be the second day when the shit comes out. On the second day of Black History Month, the first week, there's more than enough money to go around. Try and help your fellow man out. Try and keep the money. Or just try and keep the money in the neighborhood, in the culture. You know what I mean? So, on the next point, I was watching, and we just kind of go hand in hand. I was watching Killer Mike's documentary or whatever, not documentary, but like his Netflix series or whatever. And I watched it. I'm like, I thought it was funny. Me and Shorty, we sat down. We was watching it. I saw some clips. Thought it was a little funny. Sent it to her. She said she wanted to watch it. Cool. So we sat down, and it does start off a little. It's like, okay, he starts off like, I'm gonna go 3 days and I'm only spend money in the Black community. And we all see the clip, and it's a stripper, and it's, oh, you're Asian, I'm only trying to give money to Black people or whatever the case may be, right? But like, he's just trying to show like how hard it is to never give your money to a white to anybody else outside of the Black community, whether they be white, Asian, Jewish, whatever, right? And it was like, on average, the average Black American dollar only stays in the Black community for 6 hours on average. You look at the other stats, it's like fucking 31 days for, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the Jewish community is like a month. The Asian community is like 21 days. Nigga, it comes down to the Black community says 6. And you're like, okay, 6 days? Okay. fucking 6 hours. So, and it's just saying like we don't build cars, so it's like he couldn't fucking drive a car. He couldn't smoke weed because black people don't harvest the weed, or a minority at least. Because he was saying like maybe he was gonna do some Mexican shit, so he was trying to find some Rastafarian people, whatever. Fucking, we don't always. Maybe then it got to the point where it's like, yo, we go to a black store. Like we all go to a West Indian restaurant in New York, or we go to a soul food spot, or whatever the case may be. There's a seafood spot or something like that, and everybody in there is black, but where did the food come from? A white farm. So it's just saying like the supply chain of how the dollar moves, it's not really moving from me, the consumer, to you, the businessman, to you being the businessman, to being the buyer of something, to the producer who's black. It stops short somewhere, and it's very hard for that dollar to just cycle through. And I mean, that's just the first episode. He talks about a lot of other stuff. I think it's a nice show. It's kind of funny just to take some of the tone off of a lot of stuff that he's talking about. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was real interesting. It was definitely some views. I didn't agree with everything, but I was definitely kind of like, this nigga smokes a lot of weed. But they were definitely outside the box, and it was just interesting to see somebody just thinking like that, just operating on a different level mentally, just saying there's different ideas out there. You might not fuck with everything that is there, but it's just keep an open mind. It's only 6 episodes, a half an hour. You could probably listen to this and finish that in the same amount of time. You know what I mean? It didn't take us a long time for us to finish it. So I mean, if you want to check it out, it's on Netflix. Get your shorty Netflix, get your X-Man Netflix, whatever the case. Use your own shit. Watch it. It's some interesting stuff up there. He had the Crips and the Bloods make a soda. I'm like, damn, how's that shit gonna work? It ended up working. Like, it's some interesting shit out there. And you see how niggas really view black people. And I'm not even gonna get into this fucking making the band shit that he did. That shit was funny as hell. So yeah, definitely check that shit out. Let me see what else I got on here. What's on my fake ass docket that I just thought of about an hour ago? Okay. Let's get into some dumb shit. Because I thought of this. I don't know if someone else has said this. So I'm jacking that I'm the first nigga to say this. Niggas are paying Black China for clout. Because this shit don't make not one goddamn bit of sense. Why the fuck Black China with these young ass niggas? She was with Rob Kardashian. She used Rob Kardashian to get her final level of clout. She's fucking Kid Boo. You know what I mean? She's at her last level. She's Ultra Instinct Goku. She's fucking say, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's all these things. She's at her final transformation. She's perfect Cell right now as far as her clout goes. And it's like, why is she fucking with these dumbass niggas? Like, who? Like, she was fucking with Almighty J. That was weird. Cool. Okay. Then she was fucking with what's dude name? This new nigga that looked like tall XXX. That shit don't seem weird to you. I know it seems weird, but it's like, why? These niggas gotta be paying her for clout. That's the only way this shit makes sense. Dumb niggas pay her a fee, and it's like, cool, we're gonna do some dumb shit for a couple of weeks, for a couple of months. We're gonna be in the shade room. She got the shade room in her pocket, and then you're gonna blow up, or at least you're gonna be on Love and Hip Hop. That shit don't make sense, or is it making too much sense so it can't be true? I don't know. Cool. Now I'm getting into more conspiracy shit. Katie and Kyrie confirmed coming to the Knicks. I'm not even a Knicks fan. Them niggas is coming. At least one of them. KD's definitely coming. Cause that fucking trade don't make not one goddamn bit of sense. Cap space, my nigga. You're gonna trade your best asset for cap space? You could have traded them niggas without Porzingis. Hear me out. So I was listening to Bill Simmons' podcast the other day. Niggas put it out like this. This trade don't make no sense unless the Knicks are tampering. Because why else would you make such a terrible trade? You know? Why would you make such a terrible fucking trade with Porzingis in it? Because you know KD is coming and Kyrie is like, look at how all this shit is happening. These niggas are talking to KD. They know KD told them, look, I'm a come. I'll come, but I need another. You need 2 max spots, so he could come with another nigga. Boom. As soon as these niggas trade Porzingis, I don't owe nobody shit. Kyrie Irving 2019. Bro, it's the first day of Black History Month. The Knicks coach is black. The GM is black. The president is black. How are y'all not seeing this shit? Adam Silver rigging the fucking he's gonna rig the draft. The Knicks are getting Zion. There's no way around it, son. That's all I gotta say on that shit. These niggas know what they're doing. They spoke to KD. KD and Kyrie are cool. Y'all gotta like, oh my goodness, son. Sometimes the shit you need a little. You gotta sound, cause the shit is so dumb, bro. You gotta sound a little dumb to make sense out of dumb shit. Cause everything I said didn't make not one bit of sense. The Knicks are talking to KD. KD told them that they're gonna make the max trade. The next day, Kyrie Irving talking about I don't owe nobody shit, and I fuck with and I respect the Knicks organization. Does any of that make sense? That's all I'm trying to say. None of this shit is making sense. Black China is fucking little boys because they are paying her for clout. KD and Kyrie Irving are best friends. They're talking. The AD doesn't want to go to the Celtics. Why? Because him and Kyrie are cool. Kyrie's like, my nigga, it's not good up here, bro. My president is black, and he's in the Knicks front office, bro. Just think about that shit for a little bit. Just think about that shit just marinate on that. I'm not a Knicks fan, bro, so I'm not even out here really trying to say some dumb shit. I'm a KD fan, and I'm pro KD in New York. That's all I'm trying to say. This shit is happening. What's today? The 1st? The 2nd? I spoke on it. It's happening. There's no way around this shit unless some wild shit happens in between now and July 1st. I'm telling you, this is what's going to happen. July 1st, free agency. Kevin Durant opts out of contract. Kyrie Irving opts out of his contract. Kevin Durant, July 10th, signs with the Knicks. July 12th, Kyrie Irving signs with the Knicks. June 28th, Knicks get the number 1 pick. They draft Zion. They draft Zion Williamson. Sometime in the 2nd or 3rd week of July, Zion Williamson drops 30 in Summer League. Bruh. This shit don't make no sense, but it makes too much sense. All right. So I was watching some movies this week. I watched this movie called Bloodsport. That has to be the worst film in American cinematic history. Like, that shit is so fucking bad. Like, I get it. I get it. It's supposed to be like mad corny and blah, blah, blah. But that shit, my nigga, is so bad. Like, the premise of the movie, not that bad. Like, if they redid it, I'd watch that movie. Like, the premise of that movie isn't that bad. The premise of it isn't that bad. Like, I could watch something like that. You know what I mean? But the acting, like, why is what is this nigga name? Jean-Claude Van Damme, whatever his name is, the Belgian nigga. Like, cool, he's brolic. Alright, I'm in. I'm watching this shit. Nigga's in the military and he's doing all types of wild shit. Alright, cool. Nigga's like some type of secret weapon. I'm like, oh, this shit has got to get turned up. Then he trains with the dude. Okay. He's coming. Nah, you get the little background story. And I'm watching the shit. I'm like, who is this little ass boy? Like, why does he sound so fucking dumb? I am not scared. Fucking, he hits the katana because it came in to steal the katana. The nigga's like, you cannot steal a katana. You have to earn it. Like, oh shit. Nigga fucking chops off the brim of his hat. You didn't flinch. Very good. Like, what? Like, my nigga just chopped off the brim of a 11-year-old boy's hat. He's like, very good. Like, he's like, I ain't no scared. I'm like, who is this little boy? Like, is this happening at the same time that Jean-Claude Van Damme's in the house? Then come to find out that's Jean-Claude Van Damme as a kid, or the nigga that's playing him as a kid. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why does he sound like that? Cool, whatever. This nigga gets to China. He trains. He's fucking training blindfold. Like, every 5 minutes, this nigga's in a split. I'm like, why do we need to know that Jean-Claude Van Damme is that flexible? Like, he's mad brolic. Why do I need to know that he can do cool, he did a split one time. Cool. I've absorbed that information. Why do I need to see this nigga why do I need to see this brolic ass nigga in a split every 5 minutes? Cool. So y'all see where I'm at now. We get to China. He's in there, whatever. The fighting starts. Oh, and he was. This is an important message. A piece of information right here. The nigga was training blindfold. Cool. Get to China. He meets some brolic ass white dude from America. He's not even brolic. He's pretty fat. Anyways, he's in there. Cool. Dumb niggas are friends now. Cool. Get to the Kumite. That's the fighting thing. That's the tournament. All right, I'm here. I'm with you. Niggas is like, yo, you're white. How the fuck did this Asian nigga teach you some shit? Like, you're not a part of the clan, the Tanaka clan. Yo, I want to see you do the fucking death touch. I'm like, oh, this thing got a death touch? I'm in. I'll excuse all that fuck shit that just happened with the voice and whatever, and the corny montage of him training and all the splits, if this death touches shit is real. Cool. So we're here. Yo, the nigga's like, yo, do the top one. The other nigga's like, nah, bro, it's a stack of bricks. Like, nah, I want to see you do the shit on the bottom one. I'm like, how is he gonna do this shit on the bottom one? This shit is lit. Nigga fucking boom, death touch. Boom, this fucking bottom brick explodes. I'm here. This nigga's nice. The fighting starts. It's some brolic ass South Korean dude. He's supposed to be fighting at the end. They're kind of setting that up. So they fighting, boom, boom, boom. And you can visibly see the strikes. You can visibly see them shits not connecting. And these niggas are selling the fuck out of it. I'm like, okay, I can see Jean-Claude Van Damme not wanting to take a punch. I could see the other main dude not wanting to take a punch. But who are these other niggas not wanting to take a punch? All right. We can clearly see that nobody's being physically harmed in this movie. Now I'm off. It's 1980, 89, 88. The technology is there for you to make a better movie than this. Cool. We get to like the second to last fight. I'm gonna skip all the other shit because all the other shit is really unimportant. You got fucking what's the dude named Forrest Whitaker with the eye? He's running around. His sole purpose is him and some other white dude. They're running around chasing after Frank Dukes, aka Jean-Claude Van Damme, trying to like get this nigga back into the army, whatever. Okay, cool. That was corny, but all right, I'm here. Anyways, you get to the second to last fight. Some like sumo wrestler ass nigga they got to fight. He's, they fighting, whatever. And kind of, Jean-Claude looked like he fucking this nigga up. Then all of a sudden, this nigga start fucking, like, beating the shit out of this nigga, son. He gets him in that bear hug. This nigga spine is all types of fucked up. This nigga hits him with the death touch. Oh, I'm like, oh, okay, something great's about that. Like, we seen what the death touch did to the brick, right? Hits him, boom, right in the stomach. Nigga like, for like a whole minute. 60 seconds pass. He's still like that. I'm like, what's gonna happen to this nigga? Is he gonna start coughing up blood? Is his head gonna explode? I'm thinking something wild's about to happen. He's standing there like, for like a whole fucking 60 seconds. Not a goddamn thing happens. You know how he beats this nigga? He does a split and punches this nigga in the nuts. Okay, now y'all see where I'm at. Now it's the last fight. The South Korean dude, he fucking beat the shit out of his friend, the big white dude. He's in the hospital. Jean-Claude Van Damme is upset. I'm gonna avenge you. Like, okay, I'm here. This last fight is about to be lit. They start fighting. Everything's lit. Jean-Claude Van Damme is basically about to beat the shit out of this South Korean dude. This nigga pulls out like some salt type shit from his pants, throws the shit in Jean-Claude Van Damme's eyes. Jean-Claude Van Damme, we watched this nigga train for a whole 20 minutes blindfolded. I'm like, yo, he's ready for this. He's been training, bro. Like, my nigga, that's nothing. This nigga Jean-Claude Van Damme for the next 5 minutes proceeds to get his ass whooped. What? Then out of nowhere, he just remembers that he could fucking fight blind. He beats the shit out of him. The movie's over, pretty much. Also, hold up. There's another part of the movie. This nigga there's a white girl in the movie. Her and Jean-Claude Van Damme fuck. After they fuck, they cut to him like in the morning. Why do I need to see this nigga putting on panties? Worst movie I've ever seen. 1 out of 10. Would not recommend. Then I was watching Higher Learning. Well, I didn't watch the whole movie. I watched like the second half of the movie, and I never watched it before. Don't crucify me. And I came to this conclusion. I'm like, yo, it's so crazy how some of the issues that was going on. I think the movie came out in '95. Like some of the issues that were going on 15, almost 20 years ago, are still going on now. Like, what's the movie about? Or at least when I got on it, it's racist people in college, white supremacy, white feminism that's pretty trash. Black people just trying to just operate in the white man society, and mass murders, mass shootings in schools. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'm like, damn, son, like, it's just crazy how relevant this shit is almost 2 decades later. Like, people have been, and rape, I'm sorry, and sexual assault. That was another part of the movie. It's just crazy, like, how all this stuff was going on 20 years ago, 20, all this stuff in college, not talking about in the world. Obviously, all that stuff is probably going to continue to happen, but in college, at least, you feel like some of the shit would change, and it's just getting worse. Like, or at least get better. Let me not say it should be like absolved completely. It takes a long time for things like that to change, but you would think we would be trending in the right direction. It's getting worse. Like, all this shit is getting worse. And that's kind of my only point about it. It's just like, damn, it's just crazy how like we still dealing with some stuff that we shouldn't even be dealing with. That's all. I mean, yo, happy Black History Month, y'all. Shout out to all my black people from wherever you are in the world. Hope we have a great month. Hope we have a great year. Hope we have a great rest of our existence. Damn, my mic fucking up at the wrong time. Hope damn, this is fucking up my brain. But yeah, happy Black History Month. I don't know what else to say about it. Oh fuck, shit, I hope whoever's gotten to this point, the Killer Mike documentary, or the first episode when he was doing the 3 days or whatever about all that stuff and how to and he wasn't spending money in like community in other communities. He basically was saying like Friday we should like try and like only spend our money and like give it to like black people. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it has to be your Friday, but a day. I think we should all try it. I haven't tried it this Friday. I mean today's Friday. I definitely fucking had what did I eat today? Oh, I definitely went to Italian nigga and got some pizza. I'm gonna keep it stacked with you. Yeah. But we could try it, It's not the end of the world. And the more we do it, the easier it's gonna get. But that's all I have to say. Oh, no, it's not. Damn, I always do this shit at the end. Next week, I'm thinking about having a I don't know how to say it. I'm thinking about doing Valentine's Day a week early. So if you guys can like DM me on my Instagram it's Mason_Marcellus MAISON_Marcellus MARCELLUS, or at the podcast Instagram at MTP podcast. I'm gonna post a video, or I'm gonna post this shit up. So yeah, if you have like, give me your best and or worst Valentine's Day experiences, complaints, things that you like about it, whatever. I'm gonna read them here. I won't say you guys' names. So yeah, definitely send those in, and we can hopefully have a good Valentine's Day podcast like we've done before, and clear some things up. But that's it, yo. Thank you guys for listening. If you're watching, thank you guys for watching on YouTube. Everything is good. Some nigga got his ass beat. I actually found like his watch in the front of my house like the day after, but that's another story. But everything's good. My mom was not upset about my loud voice, so everybody that was hitting me up saying that I'm disrespectful, it's like my dick. That's it, yo. Next week we back here every Saturday. Thanks for the support. I really appreciate it. Doing this by myself is getting a lot easier. This is definitely a lot more fluid. You guys to give me a lot of energy. I was super nervous about doing this shit by myself. Didn't like the idea of it, but I'm coming around to it. Yeah. See you guys. Oh shit, it's the Super Bowl, yo. Have a happy, safe Super Bowl. Fuck them niggas, but I'ma watch it. So just be safe. Don't get too lit. Niggas got work in the morning. That's it, yo. Peace.